Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, is a Mexican holiday that is celebrated around the world, including the United States. It is a time when families, friends remember loved ones that have passed away. It is celebrated on October 31st, November 1st, and 2nd. The holiday involves building altars for loved ones using sugar skulls, marigolds, gifts, and favorite food and beverages from the loved ones. Cemeteries become a place of celebration honoring the deceased. Remember, Day of the Dead is not a Mexican Halloween, and it is not supposed to be spooky or scary, but is for remembering loved ones and celebrating their life and showing that they're not forgotten. Jose Posada is a famous Mexican artist. He was actually a Mexican folk artist, meaning that he was self-taught. He was not famous during his lifetime. However, his artwork inspired Mexican artists like Diego Rivera, who later dedicated a mural to his memory. If you look close enough, you might notice that Frida, who is also a famous Mexican artist we have learned about in class, is standing next to the skeleton in the mural. He is best known for his skeletons and his artwork, and he used printmaking to do this. We're actually going to be using a similar technique to make our own sugar skulls today. Okay, first you guys are going to get a styrofoam plate and a template that you're going to trace around for the shape of your skull. You want to press into the plate with your pen so that you can feel the dent in it, but you don't want to press too hard that you break through the plate. So you should be able to feel your lines, but you shouldn't be pressing all the way through the plate. Then you guys are going to start adding more details. I would first start making lines and shapes that look similar to a skull. So you want to make the nose and the teeth and then the eyes. Another thing you guys need to remember is everything that you're drawing on your plate, so all the black is actually going to be white on your print, and all the white is going to be black on your print. So anything that you draw is actually going to be white once you print it, and anything you leave white is going to be black. After you have the basic skull shape, it's time to start adding the details into your sugar skull. So you can add flowers, lines, different shapes and patterns. You can use your iPad to look up different sugar skulls to get inspiration. Don't just copy a sugar skull you find online, but maybe combine one or two that you really like to create your own unique pattern for your sugar skull. While you're making your sugar skull, you should also keep in mind maybe there's a certain person that you want to make your sugar skull in honor of that has passed away. Remember, you don't want to be pressing too hard, but you should be able to feel your lines when you run across your fingers across your sugar skull pattern. After you cut your printout, don't forget to put your name on it. Now it's time to start printing. You're going to take a glob of ink, not too much. See, I have about a quarter size, maybe even a little smaller. And you're going to use your ink roller to roll your ink into an X pattern. So you're going to go back and forth in an X, and you want to make sure that it's evenly covered, so you don't want any blotches. So it should be even on your roller. After you're done, you're going to place your skull on a mat, and you're going to roll your roller across, and you're going to go back and forth to make sure that your skull is all the way covered. So you want to go two different directions to make sure that your skull is completely covered in ink, and you want it to be evenly covered too for your print. Then you're going to place your skull on one of the pieces of paper, and you're going to massage it. You can do this with your hand, but also if you grab a marker, you can kind of roll it across your plate to make sure that your skull is like completely printed evenly. But you want to hold on to your plate, because my first print it shifted a little bit and it got a little smudge. I want you guys to remember printmaking is a process that is not perfect. So sometimes it just turns out not the way you want, but that's how printmaking works. So you have to be okay with it. So try again. I even messed up. I'm trying again. I'm rolling my roller on it again to print. And then I do the same thing, but I'm holding on to my plate real tight this time. Going over it with the marker, making sure that's even. And then I have printed my sugar skull. When you're all done, you're going to throw your plate away and whatever else you used to ink, and you're going to clean your roller the best you can in the sink.